So, have you ever found yourself kind of lost down an internet rabbit hole, watching something really mundane?
Oh, absolutely. Like maybe a video of paint drying or someone squishing slime.
Exactly. Or that oddly satisfying power washing video where this dirty driveway just gets spotless. You just can't look away, right? Even though technically nothing super exciting is happening.
Right.
Well, welcome to the deep dive. This is where we dig into your sources, the articles, the research, the notes you send us, and pull out the key insights. And today, we're diving into something fascinating. The surprising economics behind exactly that kind of content. Stuff that seems, well, slow, maybe even boring.
Yeah, the business of boredom, you could call it.
Exactly. Our mission here is to figure out how this quiet, almost ambient kind of attention is actually being turned into, serious money. It really challenges the old ideas about what works online.
It really does. And what we found looking through the sources is that it's not really about boredom like we usually think of it, just emptiness. It seems to be tapping into something deeper, a human need for predictable stuff. Content that doesn't demand a lot of mental energy, low cognitive load, I think some researchers called it.
Low cognitive load. Okay.
Yeah, and they talk about this ambient attention economy. The idea is the value isn't in some big viral explosion that fades quickly.
Right.
It's more about sustained background presence. And kind of ironically, that sustained presence opens up these huge ways to monetize. It's filling a real psychological need, even if we don't always articulate it.
That makes a lot of sense. That idea, the boredom as a gateway to monetizable curiosity, that really sets the stage, the ambient content economy. So let's get specific. The sources you sent pointed to some really clear examples. Probably the biggest one that kept popping up was ASMR.
Yes, ASMR, autonomous sensory meridian response. Now, a lot of us have probably seen these videos, right? The whispering, the tapping, maybe crinkling paper, designed to give you that tingly feeling.
Yeah, it's huge.
But what the sources really highlight isn't just the tingles, it's how incredibly fast it turned professional. It went from this niche online thing to a genuine multi-million-dollar industry.
Wow. How are they making money? Is it just YouTube ads?
Well, ads are part of it for sure. But the research shows creators are getting really significant income from direct sponsorships too. And merchandise. And interestingly, a really big chunk often comes from platforms like Patreon.
Ah, so direct fan support.
Exactly. Loyal viewers paying directly for that calming content they provide. It's quite a business model.
Okay, so ASMR is very sensory, very individual. But this principle, this need for calm, it seems broader than that, right? What about those lo-fi music streams?
Oh, yeah, the lo-fi hip-hop radio beats to relax study, too. Everyone knows that anime girl studying, right?
Totally. Or just endless rain sounds. Again, on the surface, nothing dramatic is happening.
Yeah.
So how are those channels pulling in passive income, like 4047? What did the sources say?
Well, it's partly the emotional comfort, obviously. People use it to focus or chill out. But the sources point to the mechanics, too.
Okay.
They're always on, 204/7 nature, combined with relatively low engagement needed from the viewer you just put it on. It maximizes watch time metrics like crazy.
Ah, right. The algorithm loves that.
Precisely. So they capture consistent ad revenue from this perpetual stream of listeners just wanting some background sound. It's all about optimizing for sustained, low friction presence, turning ambient listening into predictable cash.
Low fiction presence. I like that.
And some of the research suggests this isn't just about wanting calm, it's almost a reaction to how overloaded we are digitally.
Makes sense.
Yeah, the thinking is, as our daily cognitive load goes up and up, our brains actively seek out these low-friction experiences just for some relief. So it creates this big market for ambient, predictable, even boring stuff.
So it's almost like the less you stimulate, the longer you hold attention in certain contexts. That really flips the script on traditional marketing, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. Less is more, sometimes.
And it's not just a new digital thing either. Our sources actually pointed to some surprising historical parallels. What was that about Norway's slow TV?
Yes, slow TV. Fascinating stuff. The sources highlight this as kind of a precursor to today's ambient content. We're talking hours and hours of a train journey across the mountains.
Footage of a train ride.
Yep. Or a ferry going up a fjord for hours. And these became massive national viewing events in Norway.
Wow, that seems so counterintuitive now.
Totally. But it showed, even before the internet overload, this powerful craving for just uninterrupted, predictable narrative. It proved content didn't need constant drama to grab people.
Just quiet observation.
Exactly. Sustained quiet observation could create this really deep shared engagement. And you can bet the broadcasters figured out how to make money from all those eyeballs glued to the screen for hours.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting for you listening, because before we dug into the sources for this deep dive, I have to admit the idea of making money from watching paint dry, it seemed, well, a bit out there.
A little odd, yeah.
But what the research really slammed home for me, what was genuinely surprising, was just the sheer scale and variety of these quiet opportunities. It's not just the big ASMR stars or national TV things. These micro niches are absolutely everywhere. People making actual money, live streaming themselves, studying.
Seriously, just sitting there with their books.
Yeah. And the sources pointed to platforms where people upload like 10-hour videos of a fireplace, and they get millions of views.
Incredible.
And the sub-creators are even selling like sound packs of cats purring.
Yeah.
It's just amazing how many different ways people are tapping into that need for low-key content.
It really is. So if we kind of zoom out and think about the big takeaway for you, the listener, it's pretty simple, really.
Yeah.
You should never underestimate something just because you might find it boring. Because that exact thing, the too slow, the too boring thing, might be precisely what someone else finds incredibly soothing or comforting.
The perfect background noise.
Exactly. And that kind of soothing, comforting content, especially today with everything being so fast and loud, well, the sources show it demonstrably sells. It creates predictable income.
Absolutely. And what kept coming up in the research is that this isn't just some, weird internet fad. It feels more like a fundamental shift in what we value online.
Reevaluation, yeah.
So the next time you have an idea, maybe for business or content or whatever, and you catch yourself thinking, nah, that's too slow, that's too boring.
Yeah.
Just maybe pause for a second. Think about it. Because that unexciting idea, it could actually be the seed for the next, niche empire. It sounds grand, but maybe it's true.
And that leads to a really interesting question for you to maybe mull over, right? Could your own moments of boredom, or the things you personally find boring, could that actually hold the key? Could that be your next business model?